keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with the remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy
A very warm welcome to all the students of Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College. Standard 5th. Subject Environmental Studies Part 1. Topic The Environment and Us. Part 2. Students, in the last class we have studied about the deforestation, pollution, various types of pollution and effect of those pollution on environment. Let us go ahead now. You see a food chain in the picture. One of the link is missing. What effect it will have on a grasshopper? On the bird? Yes, the missing one is grass. If this living thing really died out, it would be affecting the threat to the entire living world. Let us go ahead and understand the need to maintain environmental balance. Due to human intervention in nature, large scale changes are taking place in the air, water, and land. Also, these non living or abiotic components are getting polluted. As a result, the existence of living thing is threatened, while several living things have already become extinct. If one factor of the environment is damaged, its relationship with the other factor also get affected and the environmental balance is disturbed. From time to time, some of the living things on the earth become extinct. But today this process is taking place at a much faster rate. This is threat for the whole living world. For example, Indian cheetah is an extinct animal now. Let us go ahead. Students, food, water, and clothes are the needs of all the people. We use a lot of things to meet those needs. Besides, we use many means and devices for the purpose of studies, sports, hobbies, and entertainment. We even stock up these things so that they will be available to us whenever we need them. All these things are obtained by using materials from our environment. All the people in the world have similar needs and desire. As a result, the environment is being degraded rapidly. Students, we need to be aware that we ourselves are the part of nature. If the balance of the nature is disturbed, it will be adversely affect human beings too. We need to take a step to prevent the degradation of the environment. The step should be mainly include using our means and recycling those articles. Such measures should be practiced sincerely by each and every person. Let us go ahead and understand the global efforts for protection of the environment. Man is a part of nature. If the balance of the nature is lost, even human beings will be affected. Due to this awareness now, several projects are implemented at the international level to maintain the balance in nature. Many countries of the world are enacting laws that will help to prevent pollution of air, water, and soil. Let us go ahead and understand the efforts to maintain biodiversity. The first one over here is Biodiversity Parks, an area which is reserved for the purpose of protecting and conserving the biodiversity of the region is called a Biodiversity Park. In these parks, biodiversity is both preserved and studied. People visiting such a park enjoy being close to nature. This leads to more concern for nature. Students, the more efforts to maintain their biodiversity is the next one is national parks. Some areas which are important for the protection and conservation of wildlife are reserved for them. For example, the Kaziranga National Park, the Todoba National Park. Let us go ahead, students. The next one is sanctuaries. Certain forest areas are reserved for the protection and conservation of a particular animal or plant. Such a reserved area is called a sanctuary. For example, the Radhangari Sanctuary for bisons. Students, the next one over here is migration. When the animals move either temporarily or permanently from one place to another for feeding or breeding, it is called as migration. Let us go ahead. What are the efforts taken in Maharashtra? As students, Mayani Lake has formed due to a dam built on the Chand River in Satara district. Flamingos from the Siberian region in northern Asia migrate to this lake. Here, they build nests and lay eggs. Once the baby bird grow big enough, they return with them to Siberia. In the recent past, as the water level in the dam had fallen, the flamingos had stopped coming. However, the lake has been declared as sanctuary for birds. Let us go ahead. There is a Maldok Great Indian Bustard sanctuary at Nanaj in Solapur district. This huge, witty bird are famous for their graceful gait. These birds live in open grassland and they feed on insects. As they are hunted for their meat and their eggs, their number is fast traveling. Maharashtra state has declared the Nanas area a sanctuary for Great Indian Bustard. Deer are also found in this grassland. Let us go ahead, students. You know, students, about 50 km from Pune on the Pune Ahmednagar highway, the village of Morachi Chincholi is famous for its peacock population. The old, well looked after trimmed trees here have created a favorable environment for the birds. Peafowl have found sanctuary in this village. Let us go ahead, students. The next one over here is Devary, a boon for all living creatures. Indian culture give importance to the protection of forest. The Devary is an example. People believe that a Devary is really a jungle reserved for God. No trees or a plant in the Devary is ever cut. That is why all trees in Devaries are safe even today. Maharashtra has many Devaries. In Madhya Pradesh, they are also known as Shranvan. Devaries give shelter not only to the plants but also to the animals that are live here. Hence, Devary can be called the sanctuaries of ancient time. Students, you all should remember one thing. Nature provides enough for every man's need, but not for every man's greed. So, we all should take care of our nature. That's all for the day, students. Keep learning new things every day. Thank you.